other now. Oh wow.
So good, all my jewelry broke. So good, all my jewelry broke. They said take it off, but leave on the chain. Give me so good, all I want is pain. And my fist in it, got my fist in there. I'm so into you, I'm so into you. Double entendre, triple tell you so. You shine like a gem when I make you come. Could you be someone I could trust? With the type of kid that my body likes. So good, all my jewelry broke. 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 I don't like you used to be. Avoid you carelessly. You've been so cold, wasting away in the chokehold. When will you just let go? Ooh. Ooh.
was healthy anyway. Planes and cranes, butter and pear. These are the things that remind me of you. Planes and cranes, butter and pear. These are the things that remind me of you.
Sky, don't you get it? Don't you let them take what is supposed to be for you. Sky, don't you take it? Don't you take from them what is supposed to be you. Don't run away now, don't run away now. You must listen to what you don't run away now, don't run away now. You must take in what you must take in.
chasing fools like that. I'm not the bitch you wanna treat like that. And I asked for a lover, where are you going? Coast to coast exit, once the feelings start showing. Is strength too much for you? Is fun too much for you? Is love too much for you? My love is too much for you. I don't have a homeland, I don't have a love. I don't have a choice except for all of the above. These boys and these borders love to leave me lonely. How dare you get the world and say I'm your one and only. I don't have a homeland, I don't have a love. I don't have a choice except for all of the above. These boys and these borders love to leave me lonely. How dare you get the world and say I'm your one and only. Too young to die, too old to know why. We run and hide from borders in the sky. Imaginary lines, imaginary lies. Got our hands tied, can't even say goodbye. And I asked for a lover, where are you going? Coast to coast exit, once the feelings start showing. Is strength too much for you? Is fun too much for you? Is love too much for you? My love is too much for you. I don't have a homeland, I don't have a love. I don't have a choice except for all of the above. These boys and these borders love to leave me lonely. How dare you get the world and say I'm your one and only. I don't have a homeland, I don't have a love. I don't have a choice except for all of the above. These boys and these borders love to leave me lonely. How dare you get the world and say I'm your one and only. Ask for a lover, where are you going? Coast to coast exit, once the feelings start showing. Is strength too much for you? Is fun too much for you? Is love too much for you? My love is too much for you.
I pray for my father, I pray for my mother, I pray for you, mother. I ask for a lover to God, since you claim it long since I've listening. But only you can undo your own christening. I forgive you for the things that you've done, but I know that we cannot be the only ones who seek solace in others, cause we're trying to heal. No, see it though I can't help the way that I feel. I
wanna be someone you can turn to, but I think I might have to learn to walk this road alone in the meantime. But in the end, will I be fine? I don't know, but I have hope. I don't know, but I have hope. I don't know, but I have hope. I don't know, but I have. La 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 la.
You know me, you do. Saw me anew, showed me a truth. Forgive my youth, forgive my youth. I know you do, I know you do. Worthless to few, worthless to I do, not to confuse sister or friend, both to amend. This is not a trend, this is not pretend. My love I send, I love you my friend, till the end. the end, until the end, the end, until the end, the end. I think I'm dying. I think I'm dying right before your eyes. I think I'm trying. I think I'm trying not to crumble right in front of your eyes. I think I'm crying. I think I'm crying now, but no one hears my cry. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. No one likes a lady full of lies. I think I'm dying. I think I'm dying right before your eyes. You think I'm lying. You think I'm lying. No one likes a lady full of lies. Can't see proper. Drive outside the lines. I'm so ugly that I just need to die. 4 in the morning. I've forgotten how to cry. Somebody hit me, 'cause I just need to die. Look in the mirror.
Hello, everyone out there. My name is Minna Lee. I use she, her, they, them pronouns, and I'm your host for tonight's special edition of Spin the Bottle, celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander artists, curated by Josh Valdez and Wei Low. I'm really proud of those two. They're really good friends of mine, and this project meant a lot to them. I'm really happy to be here, and Josh also created this special playlist for us on Spotify, and it features Emily Toyota, Nick Masanke, Armature, and me. And again, that will be in the comments below. Before we get started, I want to just point out that usually Spin the Bottle happens at Annex Theater, but in order to keep each other safe and to keep the shelter-in-place rules, we're all virtually convening together here. And Annex is streaming a bunch of shows, so be sure to support them on Patreon, which I believe was shown earlier, but we'll keep including that link so that they can keep bringing these amazing shows to us. And another order of business, let me see, I have these notes here. Oh, I would like to acknowledge that Annex Theater, the land that Annex Theater is on, and also the land that I'm on right now, physically hosting the show for you, are on the occupied traditional territory of the Coast Salish people, specifically the Duwamish tribe, who have been stewards of this land for generations and continue to live here today. We can support the tribe by donating to realrentduwamish.org, an organization that collects rents from settlers. And I encourage those of you who are watching the show out of state and other places outside of Seattle to learn about the Indigenous people who are in your space. I would also like to point out that AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islander, is a very large term that's meant to cover so many different identities. And many of these identities that get lost in that term usually are Indigenous people in Asian countries. So also, that's to point out that tonight's show is in no way a complete representation of AAPI heritage. So to continue celebrating this month, I encourage you all to educate yourselves on cultures and support AAPI artists from South Asia, the Pacific Islands, and more. I also just drank a bunch of bubble tea, so I'm really sugar high right now. I would also like to point out that it's really important in this month for Asians to confront anti-Blackness within themselves and also in their peers, and that focusing a movement on Asians would further keep us away from dismantling white supremacy. And another tool that white supremacy uses is the model minority myth. And what I love about this performance tonight is that each of these performers defy that model minority myth by sharing art that empowers them and showing their pride in being Asian. So to start us off tonight, it is Lily Zhou. She doesn't know how to use a toaster, and she would like to give a major shout out to Josh and Wei as she shows us her paintings. Take it away, Lily.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Lily, and today I will be painting for you all. Normally I paint while particularly sleep deprived, and I'm not extraordinarily sleep deprived right now, which is a first. So we will really see where it goes. I'm not sure yet, so take it away, my brain.
I'm really excited to see that painting, Lily. So up next we have someone who has applied for Survivor twice, and we're all going to cross our fingers because I really want to see them compete in Survivor. It is Matt Dela Cruz serenading us.
Wait, am I on right now? I had a wait. Hold, yeah. I had hold on.
Okay, am I on right now? Hello. We are gonna just give Matt a minute to get all set up. Matt's gonna serenade us. Some special things about Matt is that He is a huge Britney Spears fan, and he went viral recently with a special hand washing video. If the Wei is listening, Wei, if you can put that video in the comments, it's a really special video to watch, and it's very important to know that you can wash your hands correctly while singing your favorite Britney Spears tune. Also, Matt, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Alright. Well, I guess I can talk about my day. My lettuce finally sprouted in my windowsill garden, and I got a box, and my parents have been in this habit of opening my mail when I get it. So they opened my box for me, and they pulled out, I have dahlia tubers. You put these bulbs in the ground, and they sprout dahlias, and I'm really excited to plant some flowers. I planted 70 lima beans, and 4 of them sprouted. So if you need lima beans, be sure to hit me up. I'll send each of you those in a little envelope full of beans. And I can talk about some of the people you listen to on the Spotify playlist. Emily Toyota is like my best friend. I love her very much, and a lot of the songs on there, they've been doing music for so long, and I think a lot of their Spotify has music from like when they were in high school all the way till now. And I have a show coming up, I believe, very soon. I'll have to look at that too. But I know Nick Basanke is also a friend of mine, and they have a show with Emily Toyota in June with Izumi. And I'll also have, that in the comments.
What up, Annex Theater? It's Matt Dela Cruz. And I'm super excited to be performing for y'all for the AAPI Takeover for Spin the Bottle for the month of May. So I'm going to sing 2 songs that mean a lot to me.
Oh, Lord.
What up, Annex Theater? It's Matt Dela Cruz, and I'm super excited to be performing for y'all for the AAPI Takeover for Spin the Bottle for the month of May. So I'm going to sing 2 songs that mean a lot to me. When I lived in New York, I performed these songs when I wanted to start out doing cabarets. And so when I moved out back here to Seattle, I started doing cabarets more, and these 2 songs specifically were the 2 songs that wanted me to get my start into singing more for y'all. So here's the first song. It's a song by the incomparable Amy Winehouse. It's called Valerie. So here we go. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. 'Cause since I'm coming home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? Did you happen to catch a tan? Hope you found the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you was dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? 'Cause since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, oh, and Valerie. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Cause since I'm coming home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? And Valerie, ooh, Valerie, 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 oh, Valerie, Valerie, ooh, Valerie. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Hi, that was amazing, Matt. Oh, voice of an angel. I would love to invite Matt here to talk to me so I can do a little Q&A. I just like to fix my bow tie. Yeah. Hey, Josh, can I get Matt up here? Thank you. The theme tonight was Black Tux. The theme was for myself. And I'm trying to. I've been watching a lot of reality TV. Oh, there you are, Matt.
What up? Hey, y'all.
Matt,
Hi.
thank you so much for sharing your art with us. I love your voice so much.
Of course, you're welcome. Thank you, Minna.
Okay, so I have a question for you. You have to choose
Yeah.
between the three of them, but who would you like to have in Survivor with you on the island? Would it be Brittany, Whitney, or Celine?
Ooh, okay. I love Brittany to death, and I love Whitney, but I feel like Celine would be more hilarious to be around. And I feel like, no offense to Whitney or Brittany, but I feel like she has a better head on her shoulders. And so I think we'd survive a little bit better together. I hate saying that because Brittany truly is my favorite performer, but if I wanted to survive on an island, I'd save Celine for sure.
No, that's valid. And let's hope that they weren't watching the stream. Or let's hope they were. And that they'll have you go on tour with them.
Yep.
Very cool. So tell me about the solo shows that you've produced in the past.
Oh, yeah. So I actually produced 2 solo shows this past year. The first solo show, because I'm a teacher, I'm a drama teacher as well. And so my first solo show is called Mr. DC, which is what the kids call me because my last name is Dela Cruz. And so I just wrote about my experiences as a teacher with little sketches here and there. And I also talked about my time when I lived in New York and how it led me back here to Seattle and how I got into teaching. And then after that, I wrote a show about my mom called Tita Esther, hella Filipino mom. So she even like gave me her own wig to do the whole show. And so I wrote about like motherly reminders and I wrote about her life. And and both those shows had performances not only in Seattle, but Tita Esther had a show in Portland and Mr. DC showed for a bit in New York as well. So yeah, those are the 2 things I wrote on my own so far. It was pretty cool.
Amazing. Wow, that's really cool. And I believe you also you've hosted cabarets dedicated to your heroes.
Yes, yeah, yeah. The first cabaret I premiered was based off of Britney Spears music. It was called Oops, wait, it wasn't called It's Britney Bitch. It was called It's Britney Bitch. It's a cabaret. We did two of those. The Britney one was super popular, and then for Pride Month last year, I had a bunch of cool theater performers do a Celine versus Whitney cabaret where we pretty much just sang Whitney and Celine Dion tunes, and so that was a lot of fun. And that show like sold out as well. So it was really cool to just like host and sing pop tunes that I grew up with. And like nothing against like musical theater or anything, but I grew up with R&B and pop, and that's like my jam right there.
Awesome. And I have one final question.
Cool.
It's kind of I'm trying to word this right, but it's what is your relationship between being like as an artist and an Asian American artist, just currently in our current crisis right now? I guess your experience within like I guess what this month particularly means to you right now.
Yeah, that's a very great question. Thank you for bringing that up, Minna. I think based off of like, especially what's been happening now, and I think a lot of people, AAPIs can get this, who are in the industry right now. Like for the longest time, at least with me, I felt like I wasn't worthy to perform ever. Cause like, I went to the UW School of Drama, got my BA like I think in the early to mid 2000s, and at the time I was like one of only maybe 2 Asians in the undergrad program, and so for the longest time I felt super inferior to all these white actors, all these white performers, and I never felt that I could be as worthy as them. But then it wasn't until I think 2 to 3 years ago where I finally realized I was like, I'm worthy. I can and should make a space at the table, and I feel like just because I am who I am doesn't make me less than anybody. And so I think from what this month represents and just where I'm at right now, it represents that I am awesome, and everyone like shouldn't discount anyone else when it comes to performing. Everyone has a right on that stage no matter what. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Matt. I love that.
Of course. Thank you.
I'm gonna have you leave the corner.
Bye,
Matt.
See y'all.
All right, so our next performer is someone who has a very special presentation. They're going to be sharing statuses. Okay. It's another video. It's a video from Matt. It's another video from Matt. We get another video from Matt. I'm so excited. I'm experiencing the show just like the rest of you right now. So let's watch another video with Matt. Is it here?
What's up, y'all? It's Matt DC again. Here's the second song in my set. For those of you who don't know, this song specifically means a lot to me because when I lived in New York, they had this singing competition at the historic Stonewall Inn, and it was called the Stonewall Sensation. And I auditioned with this song, and I luckily got in, and it's been one of my favorites since to sing for anyone. Also, shout out to Survivor fans out there. I'm wearing my Survivor buff to celebrate Survivor, which is the best show ever in my opinion. Okay, anyways, random thoughts, random facts. I just wanted to share that with y'all. So here is a song by Riri called Stay. So here we go. A cold sweat, hard-headed believer. I threw my hands in the air and said, show me something. He said, if you dare, come a little closer. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now you know. It's not just something you take, it's given. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, tell me now, tell me now you know. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. When it takes me all the way, and I want you to stay. And ooh, the reason I hold on. And ooh, 'cause I need this whole gone. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is caving. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move makes me feel like I can't live without you. When it takes me all the way, and I want you to stay. Please stay. And I want you to stay. Woo! Thanks, y'all. It's been a pleasure. Love singing for y'all. Woo, woo, woo! Happy AAPI month once again. Heart, y'all.
Yay! Oh, wonderful job, Matt. And yeah, so you'll notice that performers have a little Venmo section on their little titles. How do I turn that way? This side. And you can throw some money at your favorite performers tonight. Like, throw money at all of them. Honestly, like, you just give them all your money. So our next performer has a really special little things ready for you. It's they're going to be sharing stories, statuses, and a web series called The Best Friend Show. They can break an apple with their head. That's pretty cool, and I hope to see that soon. It is actor, writer, producer, Aaron Jin.
Yay, that's me. And it was a little brighter earlier, so the room wasn't so dark before, but now it's dark. That's okay. So yeah, hi, I'm taking off my glasses. My name is Aaron. When they first asked me if I still want to do Spin the Bottle online, I was like, no. But then I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So I guess the important thing that for me when I went into it is like, I wanted to make sure that what I shared was kind of made for digital because I'm like a theater artist and a little bit of a filmmaker. But I was like, those things, I haven't seen it work exactly. But anyways, all that to say, I'm going to share some Facebook statuses with you. I also want to say that, you know, whose Facebook status is like, who is this person? But Michael R. Jackson, who just won a Pulitzer Prize for A Strange Loop, did a playwriting masterclass, and I watched that. And he started his masterclass by showing us funny videos on YouTube. Like he showed us the Real Housewives, the ASMR Real Housewives. So like, how dare you? How dare me? She defends me more than you do. Don't you? Why don't you have a piece of bread and maybe you'll calm down a little? Don't judge me. That one. So I was like, you know, that's just a sign that you can do whatever you want and also be super famous. So yeah, I'm gonna share some Facebook statuses and look, give me a second. Share screen. Cool. I think you should be able to see my screen now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go through and read some of them for you. First, for all of you inquiring about my illustrious love life, I'm about to tell you the whole story. One time in third grade, I had a girlfriend. Now she is a lesbian. The end. There was a guy on Tinder who matched with me and then found my Instagram, which led to my YouTube channel with my vlogs, which led to him watching all of them and realizing I'm really funny and hot. So now he's in love with me. And like, honestly, I get it. And I included some comments too, because my friends are funny also. Ah, October 31st. Last night I was talking with a friend and this random student at UW Drama, my alma mater. And at the end, I introduced myself to the random student as Aaron, and they immediately went, "The Aaron Jin," and literally, I was going to scream. I'm straight. I'm not. That's a good one. Don't worry, son. Your father and I still love you. That was my friend. That was an April Fool, so obviously it was untrue. Um, August 24th. To all the haters, some Asian lady at a restaurant told me that I'm beautiful, so August 29th. I'm not in, this is just me being silly. I was posted this status. I was like, I'm not interested in being unpredictable or weird or whatever. I'm only interested in good storytelling. And then right after that, I posted a status. I was like, wow, I'm trying so hard to be Catherine Zeta-Jones. And I thought those two were funny together. Ah, March 15th. Country music starts playing. Me. OMG, the sounds of my people, it really takes me back. Random girl. But isn't this country music? Me in my head. But you didn't want it, Ennis, so what we got now is Brokeback Mountain. And my next status, December 24th. Brokeback Mountain really is a soundtrack to my life. I don't know what part of sad gay cowboy doesn't describe me, except for the fact that I am neither sad nor a cowboy. I'm just really, really gay. That was like the coming out status that the first time on Facebook that I officially said that I was gay. And I posted that on December 24th because I was going to tell my parents, but luckily I asked a friend for advice first and she said not to do it. So I just posted it on Facebook instead. Oh, and that was me printing that status on Canvas and I hung it up in my room. I paid $15 for it on Groupon. I paid $15 to print this on Canvas. Today is a great day. As you see, it's that Facebook status with a screenshot from Brokeback Mountain saying, "This is a goddamn bitch of an unsatisfactory situation." I love that. So, Aaron Jin, May 21st. My mom lives in a nice house with a husband and 3 sons. Little did she realize 22 years ago that she would in fact not be the baddest bitch in this house, a title which instead went to her oldest son, pictured here with a face mask that he stole from this very mother at a white elephant party Christmas 2017. Happy Monday to all my real hoes. And there's a picture of me in a face mask. February 14th. When I was in LA, I asked the Uber driver about nightlife, and he asked if I was gay. So I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, me too. And then the Asian lady sitting in front of us, who said nothing up to this point, turned around, shook my head, and said, hi, I'm gay too. And I think about this a lot. Oh, Aaron Jin, me, babe, you're not gonna believe what I got cooking for us tonight. Babe, I can't wait, baby. Babe, wait, it's not another whole rotisserie chicken again, is it? Me? Okay, and this is the last one. Aaron, June 26, 2016. I was always a subtle gay. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Hashtag my gay story. I used to be a subtle gay, the type of gay who would only throw it in occasionally when it came up naturally in conversation. Some people would say, I appreciate how you're not so like in your face about being gay, or your voice is like not very gay, to which I was like, yeah, and all was well. Except whenever I came up to people, they would all be like, really? And so now I wasn't the type of person to go out of my way to perpetuate the gay stereotypes, but I thought I fell into many aspects of the stereotype. Like I was a musical theater kid who, like friends, mostly girls, watched Glee and did things like paint my nails and do that t-shirt dress thing from Tumblr. And yet nobody expected me to be gay, to the point where I started to feel offended because I was pretty gay. Also, how am I supposed to find a boyfriend if nobody thinks I'm gay? So basically, I decided to be the gayest individual I could possibly be because I was worried I couldn't find a boyfriend. Now here I am today, still gay and proud and ready to celebrate. Hashtag the end. Hashtag JK. Hashtag the story goes on. Hashtag happy pride. And my friend was like, did you find a boyfriend? And I was like, my life is a work in progress, Jose. And he was like, someone's going to be very lucky. And that's the, wait, am I back? So that's the end. And also now I have a boyfriend, so it all worked out. I love that. And he's watching today on the big screen. I love it. Oh, so now that was longer than I thought, but I still am under the 7-minute mark like I was hoping to. The next thing I have to share is my web series that I'm working on with Rihanna Attendido. Rihanna Attendido is a writer of Breakup Bench, which is the next show at Annex Theater. The web series I'm working on is called the Aaron and Rihanna Best Friend Show. It's like a rough draft, and I was like, okay, I was like, don't share it, but I realized the stream is going to be like saved afterwards, but it's okay. No one's gonna care about it anyways. So yeah, anyways, it's gonna be fun though. I'm sure you guys will love it. You can hit the video now, Josh, whenever, and we'll go.
Hi. You must be...
And you must be...
Yeah, I'm Aaron.
Yay! Thank you so much for agreeing to meet with me. My name is Rihanna. I am the president of the Musical Theater Club. I'm Sierra's best friend.
Really? That's so funny. I'm Aaron. I'm playing piano for the cabaret, and I'm Sierra's best friend.
You're Sierra's best friend.
Yeah, I am.
That's so funny.
It's so funny.
So funny.
So funny.
Love that.
Love that.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you so much for volunteering your time and your talent to the club. It's really short notice, so don't worry if you need to reach out for support or if you need somebody to play some of the other songs.
No,
you know.
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Great. Well, I'll send the sheet music later to you today or whatever. See you on Wednesday at Tech.
Looking forward to it.
Bye.
Bye.
The Aaron and Rihanna Best Friend Show.
Yeah, so that was the Aaron and Rihanna Best Friend Show. Minna is back, but yeah, so that's like the pilot episode, and we have another one. It's basically something that we thought would be fun to do together, and I was like, Rihanna, we should do the Aaron and Rihanna Best Friend Show, and then she was like, yeah, let's do it, and then she realized I was serious, and then we did it. Like another episode, I want to share another episode because it's really short. I don't have a name for it yet, but it starts. Aaron, OMG, I have this great idea. Rihanna, okay, shoot. Aaron, what? Rihanna, I mean, go. Aaron, oh, okay. Hangs up. Rihanna, hello? The Aaron and Rihanna Best Friend Show. Bum. So yeah, that's me. Okay, and I think I'm leaving.
Actually, wait, Josh, can I invite Aaron to come back here? Just like a little in the corner again? In the corner. I would just love to talk to you because I had some trouble with my stream, and I was, for those of you watching at home, I was gone for a little bit.
I'm back.
But I'm back now, and there's Aaron. So
I'm
Aaron,
back.
I got to hear the snippet of the intro that you have going on. I want to like if you want to talk a little bit more about what it's like working with Rihanna and what it's like creating this web series.
Oh yeah, it was it's based on real life events, and for me, it was something that I wanted. Like, it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to work on something that was, you know, well, me and Rihanna haven't actually worked together before. We acted together in Pippin one time, but that's it. So this is exciting for us as a way to work together. And we had thought about it, like we played around with things like events from our life and dramatizing them. And I thought it would work well as a web series, like because I wanted to do something right now, and because it's mostly a two-person thing. So I was like, what if we took like those interactions and we put them as like FaceTime calls instead? And so that's how the first one came about, and we're just working from there.
Love it.
Yeah. There, if you want to make your own web series, there's there's a masterclass on Sundance with the people, with like the creators of Hentified on Netflix, which also started as a web series, and Broad City also started as a web series. So
yes, that's very true. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your work with us. And I love your statuses. I'm also very happy that you have a boyfriend. If your boyfriend is watching, you're very lucky. Aaron's great.
I'm
Aaron's
lucky
great.
too. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Wow, these are really good. Shout out again to Wei and Josh for curating such an awesome night. These performances are really special. And again, make sure you make those Venmo donations to your artists. They're working really hard for y'all. Let's check back in on Lily. I want to see what that painting looks like. Lily in the corner. Hi, Lily.
Hello, all. It is a work in progress. We will see where it goes. It is very short.
Whoa!
We will see where it goes.
Nice. Do you have a name for it yet?
I'll think. We'll see where that one goes. Yes. I'll let you know.
Very cool. Bye, Lily.
Bye.
All right. Just another thing about Aaron and Rihanna. Rihanna is working on a musical that's going to be coming out in Annex really soon called Breakup Bench. And I am not quite sure what the dates are right now because it has been moved, like many shows, into our virtual landscape and will no longer be on the Annex stage. But keep up to date with Annex's calendar because we have some shows rolling out there. And I believe also intermission is happening right after our last performance right now. So this performer is an engineer by day and an aspiring dancer by night. They worked with their friends really hard on this really cool project that they're going to show you. It's a film, and it's by Khanh Nguyen. We're putting the video up right now. And following this video, there will be a Q&A between Khanh and I.
Hi. God, I'm so uncomfortable right now. So I finished this video at like 7 a.m. So I just asked a bunch of friends to smash a few clips together. But yeah, please enjoy my mediocre video editing skills that I learned last week via YouTube. Enjoy.
벌어먹여 둘러버려 빌리냐 and I'm making no 부러워 No one on day you don't understand what I'm saying 더 부러워 붙었는 건 내 알바 아니야 You 뭐뭐하는 나 같은 나 Nobody no problem 하잖아 너는 뭐해 나는 벌고 있잖아 Call me queen now yeah I'm different We the plug 달라 different 따라 해봐도 넌 못해 It's hard for you to comprehend 미안해 I cannot recommend you Big time we don't wanna friend you 못 알아듣겠으면 배워 그런 노래 듣는 거 비추 난 안 들어 그런 거 비추 그런저런 애들도 비추 넌 뭐야 who the fuck You be bitchin', you be switchin' Eat that teriyaki chicken Two-faced bitches in my kitchen Ooh that I don't know you bitches 무대 위에서 난 winning 뒤에서 바다봐 trippin' 공연 일어나 time ticking 세우인 way we whipping 그런 노래 듣는 거 비추 난 안 들어 그런 거 비추 그런저런 애들도 비추 넌 뭐야 who the fuck of me, camera flash, my text, but it flash for you. Can I resist me? Can I resist me? Yeah. Take a picture of me, tap it on the wall, drop and take off. It's okay with me. It's okay, it's we. Baby, don't worry about anything else but us. One day, something always got me all flustered. I find myself turning over your thoughts, resting on your arms, working all that other nonsense. So I find myself losing my control, but I just wanna keep showing you more. It's like, bum-ba-da, yeah. Bum-ba-da, yeah. Tell me what you want, baby, don't be shy. Let me give you what you want. It's about time to take it to the next level, right? We gotta make up with some of our mistakes, and the mistakes we cannot replay. Hurry on my Polaroid, let me smiling for you, boy. Take a picture of me, camera flash, my tails with a flash for you. Can I resist me? Can I resist me? Yeah. Take a picture of me, tap it on the wall, drop and take off. It's okay with me. It's okay, it's we. Lately I wanna take it to a place so far. I know you never felt so high. Never wanna let you down. Babe. So let me see you take that picture of me, just me. Yeah, I don't want you looking at some other girls over me. Just me, you know better than I. There ain't no better out there. Trust in me, what you got here with me. Trusting in nobody but with me. Your love is all that I ever need. Come closer, baby. Don't you be afraid of where this will go. We both don't have to know. No, we both don't have to know. No, we both don't have to know. Take a picture of me. Tap it on the wall, drop and take off. It's okay with me. It's okay, it's we.
What an awesome dance film. Before I get Khanh up here to join me, I'm just going to talk about some events that she has coming up. Choreo Fitness East and West Urban Dance Workshop is tomorrow and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th. 4 choreographers from all corners of the U.S. are coming together to hold classes through Choreo Fitness. There's also Westlake Dance Center Virtual Dance Day on Sunday, May 24th. 14 classes for $30 from local teachers. Westlake Dance Center is a gathering ground for the dance community in Seattle. Yeah, and then we got Whacking Tuesdays with Tracy Wong, typically hosted at the Massive Monkey Studio, the Beacon and ID. Tracy has moved her classes to Zoom, where she guides young whackers and dancers. Her classes are all levels, and proceeds go to local businesses and organizations. Khanh wants you all to know that these businesses are on the precipice of losing their space after the virus. Please help out in any way you can. Thank you, Khanh. And can I get Khanh up here with me, please? Hi, Khanh.
Hi.
I loved your film.
Thank you.
For our Q&A, I think I just wanted to start off and ask, what's important in your art making as an Asian American artist, especially with dance, particularly?
I've never really thought about my dancing in terms of my Asian American identity. It's more so just like how I interact with hip hop as like a predominantly Black culture and how to pay respects to that as an Asian American. Like going in, and I think a lot of people in college, you participate in urban dance and all these dance teams, and you don't really understand the history behind it. So just like trying to make sure that I'm coming from a place of respect in my work and just being aware of like the communities that whose art and culture I'm utilizing to do what I want to do. And also just the impact on like the Seattle dance community and the diversity there.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really cool. And this particular piece, what was the process like for gathering those videos? And I guess, did you give any prompts to each of the individual dancers?
Yeah, so I just heard this song, as you do, and I kind of wrote up this storyboard of what timestamps I wanted each thing at and what kind of scene or movement in each part of the story. At the last part, well, okay, so I just didn't want to do a lot of work or choreograph, so I just asked a bunch of friends, can you send me a video of you freestyling outside, like escaping from work from home and quarantine, and just kind of amplifying just like how you feel about just like this whole quarantine. So that's kind of like this whole that's like how the whole thing progresses, of like me being stuck in these cycles in my house at my work from home office, and then eventually getting out and enjoying from a distance the connection I have to these friends through dance.
Yeah, and I think earlier, while the video was playing, you and I were talking about this within our green room and behind the scenes. We were talking about art practice, and especially now, I imagine quarantine has made making your work a little different. And I guess, do you have any projects or things that you kind of want to dabble into as we continue being in shelter in place?
I think this is kind of the first time I've tried out film editing. Like, I've done a little bit of audio editing for different different pieces that I wanted to do on stage. But yeah, my friend CK, who's at NYU Tisch, he's like a really great film editor, and like that might be something that would be an interesting medium to work on.
Very cool. And do you have anything you want to say to your friends up there?
Thank you for sending your videos. I like really needed them. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Khanh. See ya. Hey.
Am I leaving?
I mean, Khanh can stick around because we're going to go to intermission. Okay. Are we going to look at Lily's painting one more time for intermission? Because I would love to. Can we look at that like really quickly? Okay, cool. Well, also I forgot the schedule, but I'll just introduce the raffle. We have a raffle that we do every time at Spin the Bottle, and we have some awesome prizes that we give out. One time I got an old baseball, and I also got one time I gave away a burrito. So these prizes can range from anything. The raffle word, everyone's gonna say it. You're gonna comment the word in your chat, and we're gonna pick randomly between those people. And the secret raffle word is rambutan. Wei's gonna show you guys how to spell it, and just go off. And intermission.
except for your self-doubt. There's no escaping the sleep now. Just lay your silly head down. I'll still be around, so there's no need to worry. Much more than that. Say now, you look like you've lost a few pounds. As if I should be so proud. Who gives a fuck about that? Except for your self-doubt, there's no escaping the
I don't see myself on the screen. Hi everyone. Right now I can't see myself, but I believe you can all see me. And if you are thinking that I changed, you're correct, I did. I'm now wearing a white suit. I love suits very much, and they play a huge part in my everyday dress up. I haven't been wearing suits in a while though, as you can imagine. But I encourage you all to once in a while put on your favorite outfit and just walk around your neighborhood. And if your outfit's really cool, maybe your neighbors will do what they do to me sometimes, where they take cell phone pictures of me from across their lawns and they email them to my mom. And so my mom has a collection of all these photos of me walking my dog in my neighborhood now. But before we get started on performances again, let's check back in with Lily and see what that painting looks like. Give us the scoop, Lily, or the hoop.
Hello. It's pretty reasonable. I will say balancing and trying to work on a double-sided transparent painting is not working out as well as I would have thought. But you know what? We're making it work.
That's amazing. Hang in there. Lily has an aerial hoop in her living room. So I don't know where you can find those, but I imagine all of us should get one and practice, and they're useful for painting. So our next performer is Theresa Ambat, who is they recently released a new album. She has an album out called Midnight in the Chapel. You can listen to her music on Apple Music, Spotify, and Bandcamp.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Theresa. So the music that I'm about to share soon is quite different from what is described in my bio. Because I strained my wrist over the week. I randomly got this weird cyst on it, and I don't really know what that's about. So I decided to not play guitar for this. But these two songs that I'm about to share are from my latest EP called Quarantine Loops. I made it a challenge for myself to write, produce, and record an entire EP in a week, and it was kind of a mistake. But yeah, I just wanted to challenge myself with different musical genres. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, this is my 10th time recording this because I don't know how to do anything. Also, it's 5:56. I had a class that started at 5:30, but it's okay. I graduated. This is called When Your Friends Are Gone. Also, my voice is cracking because I strained it. We're caught up, stuck inside the middle of a lot of noise, making all this trouble. I can't even listen to my voice. You thought you were in control. You're just skin and bone though. Well, I can't believe the news, my darling. We're only 3 months in, and maybe this is a new beginning to purge my sensitivities. What are you going to do when your friends are gone? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when your friends are gone? What are you going to do? I've got a minute, take a seat somewhere far. We don't know yet, but we're trying to understand. Had all these plans, and each day I'm feeling more alone. Should I even go home? What are you going to do when your friends are gone? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when your friends are gone? What are you going to? And I know it's hard when you got to close the door, but I realize that it's not so hard when you don't get what you want. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking distancing. It's called 6 Feet Apart. Yeah, wear your masks. How many times must I tell you it won't be anytime soon? If only you knew what I knew, you'd realize this is the truth. Not trying to scare you, oh, but this is reality. And I know that it can be hard, but for now we've got to be 6 feet apart. 6 feet. We've got to be 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart. 6 feet. We've got to be 6 feet apart. We had a magnetic pole, but there's not much we can do now, baby. I know our love will come through. It's just a matter of time and trusting. Do you believe in me? Oh, give me all your fears and anxieties. Now I got to learn, I gotta do it alone. Whoever said that love will be easy, I know that my heart is strong enough to take it, but for now we've got to be 6 feet apart. I think I messed up there. We've got to be 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart. 6 feet. We've got to be 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart. Oh, 6 feet apart. Oh, 6 feet. 6 feet. We've got to be 6 feet apart. We've got to be 6 feet. 6 feet. We've got to be 6 feet apart. 6 feet. 6 feet. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for sharing your music with us, Theresa. Can I invite Theresa to have some questions with me, please? Thank you. And unfortunately, right now, my screen has gone blank, so I'm just talking to a computer, but I imagine that Theresa's in this corner with me here.
Hello.
And I just wanted to talk about
I can't hear anything.
creating your new album, I guess the process that went into that and what that was like.
Yeah, I can hear Josh. Yeah. No, I cannot. I can't hear Minna.
Can people see me though? Okay, cool. Right now, our Q&A is we're gonna do a little bit of technical maintenance on that. But for now, oh yeah, and how can we? I'm talking to Josh right now. So Josh, if we do that, how can we? Can Theresa's audio come out into the live stream? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I was asking what the process was like making that album, especially because it has to do with your experiences being Catholic, and just maybe elaborate more on that.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So yeah, that album is very different from the music that was just shown. But the process was I wrote it over the course of 3 years, just really from the start of my freshman year into now. And it's basically just kind of like a story or a narrative of my life as a Catholic woman, and just going through, what does that mean? I also identify as bisexual, and so that was something that was really difficult for me to navigate. But I have really come to a point where, I can embrace my sexuality and my identity as a Catholic, and understand that, like, yeah, God loves me. And I really wanted to just showcase that through my music, and tell it just like an authentic story through that. So.
Yes, I'm having a hard time. I can't hear responses, but I'm excited to look back on the live stream and see the response. My next question would be, I guess right now, you're also a producer, so I guess just what that's like right now. I don't know if you normally produce in a studio or if you've produced at home or where you produce, but just your producing making, or like your producer work is what I'm trying to say. Just maybe talk more about producing.
Yes. Okay. So I'm getting these questions delayed, but producing process. Honestly, I don't really know. I kind of just like get my tiny little MIDI keyboard and just like, okay, this sounds cool. I don't know anything about music theory, so it's really just a lot of trial and error. But for those first two songs, yeah, the first one I just wanted to do some sort of like rock music. It originally started acoustic, but then I was like, oh, I guess this could sound like different. And then the second one, I really wanted to do like an 80s sort of song. And really a lot of it is just like listening to that same kind of music and picking up the characteristics of what those songs are like and then translating it into something original. But honestly, I don't really feel like I don't have a solid process. It's kind of just like a lot of experimentation. So.
That's really cool. Josh sent me some notes. No solid process. No music theory. Very cool. Wanted to play with rock and 80s music. That's really cool too. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Theresa. And music's also been really important for a lot of people during this time. So I'm really happy that you shared your work with us tonight. I'm working with a blank white screen right now.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Real quick, Josh, can the live stream hear me right now? Okay, very cool. So at least you can all hear me, and that's all that matters. You can hear me and see me, even though I can't see any of you. So continuing on, I think we should. We have another performer who's with us who actually had a show earlier today. It's Stephanie Nam. So Stephanie Nam has an event coming up soon that she wanted me to tell you all about. It is the Model Minority Comedy Show. They had to cancel their in-person show, but they're happy to bring it online for API Heritage Month. It is Model Minority, a stand-up comedy showcase featuring women of Asian diaspora. And let's look at the date. It is... I'm looking at the link right here. It's coming up on May 28th. That's a Thursday. And so now we're going to listen to some of Stephanie's stand-up.
Oh, wow. Wow, thank you. That's too much. Too kind. Too kind. All right. Hello. How's it going today? Hello. 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 All right. No one's gonna say hi to me. That's fine. That's normal. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just like to talk to people who are muted, you know, that's my ideal crowd work. I don't need anything more than that. Yeah, because this is it's the only living thing I see these days. So yeah, that's all I have. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm loving the live stream comedy. You know, it's fun because I get to know who my real friends are. so many have told me they would come to my shows, but they don't live in Seattle, and they're still not at my live streams. So that's cool. Yeah, they told me they have like work obligations or need to sleep or something. I don't know what that means. I don't have a job. I mean, no, I do. I mean, kind of. I'm a landlord. Yeah. This is my tenant, Yamita. Yeah, she's an immigrant. She's from Peru, and she's lived here for years, but still didn't get a stimulus check. So, if you relate to her story, you want to help her out, just Venmo me, and it'll go towards her rent. Yeah, just put Yamita. I'll know because there's no rent relief. She's asked me. Yep, that's not gonna happen. So, all right. So, I think that deserves some laughter. Okay, okay. So, yeah, I used to get nervous every time I did a show, and then I would associate like certain fears and anxiety with like specific bars and theaters that have a lot of comedy, and then I could come home to my safe space, my sanctuary, but now I can just feel anxious every time I'm in my living room, so that's cool. Yeah. 24 hours a day. It's fine. Okay. These are fun. They're fun times. Yeah, like the other day someone kicked a rock at me and called me a dirty Asian bitch, but you know, I'm all about that intersectionality, so yeah. Okay. Someone put that's cool. I was yeah, and just yesterday I was going to the grocery store and someone else yelled at me. They're just like, hey, and then I was scared because of what had happened before, but then they just said they'd seen me on a comedy show and then try to talk to me. And I was just like, sorry, I'm so awkward. I haven't talked to anyone in forever, you know. And they were like, oh, that's fine. I understand. So there are plus sides to this whole situation, you know, like one person out there thinks I'm normally charismatic. So, you know, that's a really small plus side to a global pandemic, but, you know, gotta think positive. Yeah, all right. People, yeah, I could have come here with no sounds, but, you know, I'm not that confident. So, yeah, a lot of people in comedy, they like to come up on stage, obviously, and they like to say what celebrity they look like. You know, it's like a fun thing. And like I wanna have fun too, but I've never been told that I look like any celebrity, which is surprising. But yeah, there is an app for it, so I just did that. I uploaded my photo, and they used this like fancy technology and told me I look the most like Emma Stone. So yeah, I guess she wasn't miscast in Aloha after all. We owe her an apology. But yeah, I was talking to my dad because he's getting older, and I know this because he is still alive. And he was telling me it really sucks to get old. You know, he's like, don't do it. It really sucks. So I'm pretty sure he wants me to die young. Yeah, I'm working on it, Dad. Just got a few more years probably. Yeah, my friend, she was telling me about this K-pop group because I'm Korean. So yeah, I'm supposed to care. But yeah, she was really excited, and she was like, wow, with BTS and Parasite, like Koreans are taking over. Everyone wants to be Korean now. Everyone wants to be Korean, but still no one wants to be me. So it's okay. I did do that at a show once, and someone yelled, "I want to be you," but that's not happening today. So okay, to seek my validation elsewhere. Um, yeah, I was recently diagnosed with RBF. If you don't know, it stands for resting bitch face. People just diagnose me all the time. Yeah. And it means like when your face is in its neutral state, you look angry or annoyed. And I was thinking about why this is for me, besides, always being angry and annoyed. And I observed a lot of people, and I realized that most people in their neutral state, their lips go straight across, and then when they smile, they curve upwards a little bit. But me, in my neutral state, my lips just curve downwards. I'll show you. Yeah, and if I really try to smile, I can get to like a straight line. So yeah, I mean, I do think that is a part of it, but probably the bigger part of it is that RBF is just a sexist idea and term. That's why it has the word bitch in it, because it's mostly attributed to women and femmes because they're expected to be pleasant and agreeable all of the time. Yeah, it's kind of like when a man asks you to smile, which still happens. Yeah, you could be wearing a mask, standing 6 feet away, and men will find a way. They always find a way. But yeah, the last time I remember this happening, I was working at Whole Foods, and this older man I was helping was displeased with my general demeanor, and so he asked me, why don't you just smile for me? And I was like, well, because being in your presence doesn't make me happy. Yeah, and then he was like, wow, thank you so much for helping me realize this negative effect that I have on people, and that I shouldn't be asking them to smile and like perpetuate misogyny by insisting that women exist for my pleasure. And obviously that didn't happen. He just reported me to my manager. So yeah, and he didn't even like threaten me like I'm gonna report you to. But no, he was just like straight up. He was just like, have a good day. And then I found out later because that is Seattle. That's how it is here. So yeah, out of the 200 people who worked at this Whole Foods, there was one other Asian woman who looked nothing like me, but I must say she does kind of resemble Emma Stone. So a little bit. Okay. Yeah. It's we're all Asian, so makes sense. But yeah, I would regularly get confused for her by other coworkers who had known me for months, and they would be so insistent too. They'd be like, "Why aren't you in your department? Like, why are you here?" And I'm like, "This is my department." And they're like, "No, you work in bakery." Like, they're so confident. So obviously, they were all white men. Yeah, they're all white men that would confuse us. So then I just started calling all of them Brian. Yeah, except for Brian, I called him Brian. So yeah, I'll tell you about my weighted blanket. I like to talk about that. So yeah, if you don't know, they say if you have stress or anxiety, it'll help you to sleep at night because it feels like a nice hug. So of course I had to get one, and I think everyone could probably use one, during these hugless times. But Yeah, I got it a year ago now, but I've only used it one time because it is hard to use. They don't tell you that part. It is heavy. Yeah, it's like 15 whole pounds, and my weight limit at the gym is 2. And yeah, it's not like you just pick it up, you know, like I could probably do that part. It's like every part is heavy and you have to put it evenly over your body with no folds. No one is tucking me in at night, you know, is with me. And yeah, I did manage to get it on, but then I felt like I just had a workout, you know, I was all energized. I couldn't sleep. Um, but I must admit that it did feel like being loved. So there is that. Until eventually I did fall asleep and forgot I had it on. And then when I woke up, I just felt trapped. But, you know, obviously that is a part of being loved. So. Oh, that was a long one. Wow. Yeah, okay. Cool. I don't know how much time I have. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll plug my merch. So I started making these totes when I boots. So yeah, I try to get everyone to like have one, you know, and I take it to work. And now I don't work there anymore, you know. So I wonder what happened. No, it's fine. But yeah, I guess that's all I'll do today. I can't tell if can't. Okay.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I love the tote bags. And you can get some more merch by Stephanie on her website. It's at carolcolecreative.com. Comedy shop is where you can get merchandise based on her jokes. So we're reaching the end here. And as tradition, Spin the Bottle always ends with smut. And this show is really special because the person who's doing smut is a really good friend of mine, Amy Wang. Amy and I met at UW in a playwriting class, and we clicked like instantly. Like we just like walked in there and we both saw each other and we were like, yeah, we're the two gay Asians. Let's sit down together and let's be friends forever. And I remember just helping Amy. Like I took photos of Amy for their Tinder, and that's how we became friends very quickly in that class. So now we're gonna listen to a recording of Amy doing some ASMR smut.
Hello. This is Amy Wang, and I'll be reading you an ASMR smut. Shrek walked out of the house to put trash in the bin. He could hear Fiona through the door. He felt sick to his stomach. He wanted to sit down in the cold mud to prolong the time away or to feel something more familiar than what he felt when inside the house. His children cried. Fiona sung to them. He felt sicker. Was he happy? He didn't know. He couldn't tell the extent of any of his emotions. He floated around the edge of each day as they blurred into each other. He thinks of his wedding, the birth of his children. Instead of feeling nauseous, he feels a deep sadness, a pain he doesn't recognize. Is it longing for a time he was happy, or a time before the permanency of his choice materialized and he could change his mind? He contemplates his decision, and just before he wishes he couldn't turn back time, he hears a noise. A door opening from the house next to him. He's frozen with a bag of old leftovers in his hand. His neighbor emerges with a similar bag. They make eye contact, like they often do, but the neighbor holds it for a second too long. The man hastily turns away. They've never spoken, a tradition that carries on for another night. Shrek almost laughs to himself. He can make a joke about that, how they should celebrate a tradition that has spanned such a long time. He's almost been counting the days. How would he celebrate the next milestone? A cake? Or a card? Maybe one day he'll ask him, the stranger in the next house over. Shrek, now alone, looks at the bag of leftovers. They remind him of himself. A tear falls down his cheek as he hears the children cry again. He doesn't want to go back inside. He does. Thank you for tuning in to Spin the Bottle at Annex Theater.
Thank you, Amy. That was so weird. Tomorrow, you can see more of Amy because Amy is hosting a really special live streaming art show. It is called, I told myself I was going to memorize this name, but it's really, they've been talking about it for so long. It's called Little Bits Every Day. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Instagram. Their Instagram is Soft Butch Salmon. Soft Butch Salmon. You should tune in. It's going to be really special. All the proceeds are going to Northwest Immigrant Rights Project. And I will say from the bottom of my heart that Amy is one of my favorite artists, like, ever. They make exquisite art. Fun fact, horrible fact though, I'm a horrible person about this, but it's every time I go to their art show, I break one of their pieces after I buy them on accident. I buy them and then I walk out and then you hear a crash, and it's usually me. And so I have like this it's like a broken, I have a lot of broken pieces of art that I cherish that I buy them, and they are like very sharp. But I hope tomorrow to buy something that is that's going to stay intact. So thank you, Amy. And if you're watching this right now, I love you. And they fucking end me. Okay. They just texted me fucking end me. Thank you so much, Amy. And before we leave, let's check back in with Lily.
Am I live? All right.
Yes. Hi, Lily.
So I did not finish this entirely, but the idea is that this side is black. That it was marketed as color changing from black to gold, but I don't actually think it shows that well. But the other side's gold, so that's okay.
Whoa.
And
that's pretty cool. Did you come up with a name for it?
I don't know. I don't really know if it's a name as much as an idea, because it was very like, it's like Art Deco, like the 20s, but like it's also I was also inspired by like a PCB, so it's like the 2020s, but also 2020 is going really weirdly, and that's like, it's not what this is. So it was how I wanted it to be.
It's really lovely. Thank you for working on that during the show.
Absolutely. Thanks.
It's really nice seeing you painting in the dash bar. Well, thank you so much, Lily. And correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. Is it outro? The show is done. Look at that, 9:59. Punctual. Yeah, I know. I'm just fixing my tie. I'm really proud of myself for ending on time. This is a personal goal. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Everyone from wherever you are. I know that right now is a little scary, and I know things are really stressful, and I know I personally have been experiencing a lot of anxiety. I have panic attacks constantly, and I cry a lot now. But it's okay if you're doing that too. It's totally normal. I just imagine that I'm giving you a little hug right now. And you can tune in for more shows with Annex. They have, on Sunday, they have this amazing show. Josh, remind me what the show's called. It's a show that happens every month. How do I not know the show? Weird and Awesome with Emma Montgomery. Yes, hi, Josh. Back to Minna with the weather. I'm living my news anchor dreams right now. My tie keeps on flimsing over. But yeah, thank you again for joining us. You're going to see the upcoming events in the chat below. You'll be able to see, Amy keeps texting me, but you'll be able to see everything in the chats below, all the events coming up at Annex. And again, if you can, send some funds over to the artists that perform tonight. Send some money over, or join Annex's Patreon. And yeah, and please just take care of yourselves. I know it's really hard. So, goodbye. Oh wait, the chat's gonna be open for a while. I forgot to mention that. And I'm still.
Wish me good luck. I hope wish me good luck.
They love me, they love me not. They love me, they love me not. They love me, they love me not.
Bad rom-com, we should talk. We can do that after this. Aquarius shit's not made for love. I keep worshiping your text. Love me, yes, love me not. We can keep on doing this, but you're so hot when you walk on, confusing me like shit. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be so nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. But I'm so scared it might kill me if we talk about it. Talk about it. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. I'll say a thing, then another. What I mean is that I love you. Don't have guts to say I love you, but it's true, I promise, Baba. You deserve the stars, the sun, the moon, and everything else up there. God, I love you, God, I love you. I love you, love you. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be so nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. But I'm so scared it might kill me if we talk about it. Talk about it. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be so nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be so nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be real nice if we could just talk about it. Talk about it. It would be so nice if we could just.
Where are we now? From lovers to strangers, the baby in the manger. In the lost and found, the classic dangers of human nature. to keep me safe, to keep me safe. Why can't you see that we're the same? We're both insane, oh so insane. Pulling hairs out one by one, not sure when they'll be done. No, not sure when they'll be done. Oh, my darling, isn't it fun? Not sure when we'll be done. No, not sure when we'll be done.
Am I never enough? Am I never enough? Am I gonna give up?